Hello everybody! Welcome to another episode of the Vesper Gaming. This is Ramsis, and I'm going to bring you another solo Let's Play, and another play based on a NES-based wrestling game. We've already done two of them, and it's time to look at the third one now in the line of wrestling games that were found on the NES. And this time it'll be Tag Team Match Muscle, one of the first wrestling games found on the system, and it was released in the North American market in October of 1986. So of course this game was released first in Japan a year prior, and it's based off of their Kinnikuman series, a manga and anime series of various fighting characters who all have different themes and gimmicks to them, and wrestling is part of the theme. So when they brought it over to the North American market, they renamed it M.U.S.C.L.E because that's what the series is known as here. We didn't get a cartoon or anime or anything like that, but we did get a toy line called M.U.S.C.L.E. You may wonder, why call it M.U.S.C.L.E? Well, M.U.S.C.L.E is an acronym for these figures, which stands for Millions of Unusual Small Creatures Lurking Everywhere. So if you ever wondered what muscle meant, why they called them M.U.S.C.L.E, that's the reason. But all we got was the toys, pretty much. Those little figures that had all these little gimmicks. They were all solid colors, and you tried to collect them all, and there was hundreds of them. Now, getting through this game, what does that mean? The game has no ending. You see, you can play this game on and on and on. It'll just keep going up and around, and you'll never get to the end until you lose 2 matches. So we'll do 10 rounds, and we'll call that a complete playthrough. I think you'll be able to see everything the game has to offer after we get through 10 rounds. Alright, let's start it up. We'll talk more about the game as we play through this. Alright, so as you can see, there's 8 wrestlers that you can select from. Alright, so here we have Muscle Man, Terry Man, Larman Man, Robin Mask, Buffalo Man, Wars Man, Geronimo, and Ashra Man. So for me, I'm gonna pick Buffalo Man and Wars Man. Alright, so here we go. So it's a pretty basic screen. You'll have white colored ring, you'll have some generic people in the crowd. The 5 balls on top is your energy. My energy is the blue, and the opponent's energy is the red. Every time you hit them a few times, one of the red balls will disappear. And as the red balls disappear, they become weaker. They're not able to jump when they're down to 1 ball, and they move much slower. So that's the downside of losing energy in this game. And there's no pinning either. The object of the game is to just knock them fully out and to collect these balls. The trainer, that's what the instruction calls that sidekick there, the trainer will leave a power ball for you. And look, now I can do this super move here by pushing the B button. And there you go. I just hit him with the super move. You flex whenever you get your super move off. And now look at how slow he's moving. So you see when they're down to 1, that's it. And you grab him from behind. You push the A button when you reach behind. You can do the backdrop. When they lose energy, they lose the match. And that's the end of it. If you want to tag your partner in, you go to your corner and push the A button, and your partner will jump in. So this is the move I like to do a lot. I like to leap off of the ropes and then do like one of those flying body attacks. So you just want to keep on, especially when the opponent gets it. You're gonna see he just hit me with his tomahawk. That's Geronimo's special move. He got it again, so now I gotta run again. So he hits me with that, and now that does a lot of damage. Whenever they get their special moves off, it'll do a lot of damage. He just did a backdrop, so now I want to try to get away as best I can. I like to do this flying off the rope move. So you see, this is a very basic game. There's not much to it. And I just tagged my guy in. I got the ball as I was climbing out, so now it's back to the bear claw attack again. The bear claw attack, yep. I like to pick these two just because it's such a simplistic move. You push the B button and they fly across the whole screen. Alright, so he just tagged Ashra Man back in. And now I got the ball again, so I'm just going to keep jumping around. You can only hit when you're facing in front of him, so that's another thing to the move. Every special move's different. When you're glowing, you can do your special move. And for Warsman, you have to be facing in front of him as you leap into him. And there we go, we got the ball. He's walking away very slowly. And there you go. And that's it. This is the whole game, so it's very basic, as you can see. I didn't even really have much time to talk about it. It was so quick. So that's round 1. I just won 2 matches, and when you win the 2 matches, you move on. So you see, we got the little trophy there. We're both victorious. We get a score that you only see on this screen, so I don't even know what the point of the score is, and you get bonus points for how well you did. And then, what do you think happened? You move on to the next round. Now the rings will change too. Notice how it's light blue in color? There's ice on the ring, so now it makes it slippery. So your moves are a little harder to do, it's harder to run away from them. But it's the same idea. You're going to jump around, except you're going to slide now. You jump by pushing one of the buttons, and you can fly off the ropes. If you get close to them, you push the A button to drop them. And that's pretty much what it is. jumping with the B button and you're doing attack moves with the A. And that's the whole entire game. You just want to keep hitting him and hitting him. So I just got my special move off again, and now he's weakened, and that's it. You just want to knock all their energy out, and they're knocked out. And that's why this game is not seen as very good. It's so basic and simplistic. And it's not that it's a bad game. I mean, look how easy it is. I'm pretty much, and there you go, I'm going to tag in my partner here. Look how easy it is. You're just pretty much flying around, you jump into the ropes a lot, you just keep on hitting them. It's very simplistic moves. You can do flying attacks like that, you can do drop kicks by pushing the jump and the attack button like that. And you try to hit them, and you try to avoid their attacks. You have the partner throwing the ball, so the opponent got it, so now we're going to... he got me with his special move, see? So that's his special move, the spinning pile driver there. And then when they're glowing, you want to try to... So he got it again. Now when they're glowing, you want to try at all costs to avoid them. So I'll take my partner who comes in with a fresh coat of health. That'll help things. And just keep on knocking away so he can't do a special move on you until the glowing stops, and there you go. Now, as the rounds go on, you're going to see they're going to get the balls quicker. That's part of the difficulty of this game. The opponent's going to run to it very quickly and get those glowing balls, and it'll give them a great advantage. So, your real goal here is to try to prevent them from getting that. The game difficulty doesn't change otherwise. It's pretty much the same exact game, except for their ability to get the super ball and give them the super moves that'll knock you out quickly. Alright, so there you go. Just like that, round 2 is over. I told you, this is not going to be a long game to get through 10 rounds. So here's the third variation ring type. Now that you see this glowing here, so yes, the ring is now electrically charged. So that's the third variation, and that's it. Those are the 3 types of rings you'll see in this game. Regular ring, ice ring, and electric ring. And with the electric ring, you cannot touch the rope. So I can no longer do my bouncing off the rope move, because look at him, see, he just touched the rope and he got shocked. It'll take off health on whoever touches it. So now you have to do moves without touching the ropes because they're electrified. So that's a little extra challenge because now you're limited into moves because jumping off the rope is one of the best moves you can do in this game. But we'll make do because I just got the Super Ball and now I'm going to use my bear claws and try to get him here. There we go. We got him once. And the glowing will last for about 10 or so seconds, so you want to take advantage of it. And there it goes. It's gone. But we got him down to 2 and he just touched the ropes himself. And now he's going to bring in his partner, so we're going to try to get him now. Let's see. So yes, the partner will come in usually with 4 health bars. They usually don't come in with a full bar of health, so that's one of the disadvantages of keep tagging, that you will come in with less health than full. But still, look at him. He's slow, he's down, that's it. Just like that. And we just beat Lariman and like that. So yeah, I wish there was more to this game, but that's really all it is. You can see why M.U.S.C.L.E doesn't get high regard. And again, it's not as bad as people make it out to be. It's fun to play in that, you know, it's simple. I don't think simple is a bad thing sometimes. It's one of the early NES games. You're using the muscle figures that maybe as a kid you were collecting at the time, so it's kind of fun to use them for that. But the game's so simplistic. I mean, you're jumping around awkwardly. You do a move here. It's pretty much all about getting this special ball. That's the whole game here. Oh, I'm trying to tag, but I touched the ropes for accident there, so now, we're getting pummeled. So there you go. The bad guy beat me, just like that. I tell you, once they get those power balls, it changes the whole momentum of the round. So now it's tied up. We each won 1 round, and every match is best 2 out of 3. Whoever wins 2 moves on. That's it. And if you lose 2, it's game over, just like that. So your goal is obviously to just keep winning until you've either won enough or have had enough of the game and you turn it off. Because like I said, it'll go on forever if you keep winning and winning and winning. But all you have to do is win 2 rounds. So let them win 1. That's alright. We'll get them in the next round. So as I was saying, I can see why this game doesn't get good reviews. It's very simplistic. It's not as much fun. I mean, you have the Pro Wrestling Black Box game, which I already reviewed. Check that out if you haven't seen it yet already. And that is so much better than this game. I mean, look at this. This is just, they're all pretty much the same exact thing except for those special moves you get when you collect the ball. That's the only difference. So that ball really makes the only difference in selecting a character. Because now look at this. See, I have my super move here. And there we go. Oh, he's getting me. And there we go. So I have the bear claws. That's the big difference here. So now he has the orb. Let's see if he gets me, he'll do his special move now. And that's the only real reason to pick one character over another, just for that special move. And is that enough? No, not really. I mean, pro wrestling, everyone had different moves. It was interesting. They all looked different. They played differently. This one, it's really, they're all clone copies, but if you get a different special move, and that's it. And pretty much the special moves are done by either A, B combinations, or just pushing one of the buttons at a different time. And look at this. They all have that weird animation. They'll jump up and down happily every time they win a match. And that's it. I mean, that's the whole game. I wish there was more to it. This actually had potential to be interesting. But it's just pretty much advertising for the Kinnikuman line in Japan, so that's all the game was made for, and they just ported it over here with the muscle tag on it, because that's what it was known as in North America. And that's all the game is, just a simple advertisement game to further promote their merchandise. Alright, so for round 4, we get the electrified ring again. Now, I'm not sure if it's random or if once you get all 3 rings, then it goes in a certain order. But we're getting the electric ring twice in a row. I don't know if that's on purpose or if that's just all random once you get all 3 rings. But either way, it's the same strategy. You can't touch the ropes again. And we have to play keep away. It's all about getting the Powerball. He got the Powerball now, so we gotta watch out for him. So he's actually one of the more interesting characters because he has 2 heads, so at least he looks a little different than the other characters. You know, the rest all just have these circular heads and everything. At least he looks a little different with the 2 faces on one body. I think that's kind of cool that they at least try to give a little difference in some of the characters here. Uh-oh, he's pushing me into the ropes. I'm down to 1. Look how slow I'm moving. See, when you're down to 1 ball, you move so slow and you try to tag. There you go. So I got my partner Buffalo Man in, and now we have a fresh set of 4. Like I said, you only get 4 when you tag in your partner, not 5. And now the match is even again. We're both down to 4. And you'll see there is a clock up there. See that timer running? That is important. If that clock runs out, you lose. It's not you both get a loss. You're the player. You get a loss if you did not win the match. So there's a little disadvantage by not beating the opponent within the time limit. Usually that won't happen. These matches are pretty short. But if you do run out of time, you lose the match. So you better hope it's only your first loss because it's a horrible way to lose your second match by letting the time run out. So just keep attacking. Your goal is pretty much to pick up those power balls that the trainer here is going to throw in. And that's what they call him. I'm pretty sure the character has a name, but the instructions calls him Trainer. So that's what we'll call him. He's the trainer. So here you go. That's Buffalo Man's special move, and it takes off just as much as the other. See, look at that. 2 bars of health hit just like that, just by getting off our Hurricane Mixer. Like I said, get those balls and you pretty much win. And that's why I picked these 2 characters. You pretty much just have to push the B button while you're facing them, and the move happens. So that's why I like using these 2. I can do all the moves of the rest, and all the moves are pretty much just stand behind them and push A, but this one's so simple. You just push the B and you'll charge right into him, and I just like the way the move looks and how it activates. And you're not missing much because I'm sure the opponents during our matches will do their moves too. See, he got the ball. He's probably going to be able to get one of his moves. Oh, look at what they do. They get all crazy on you. He's running everywhere. They get all power. See, there you go. He just did his special move. And now he's doing a backdrop on me. So, and then he got the ball again. See, they'll do this. They speed up and they'll get those balls every time. The computer does not like to lose in the later rounds. So look at that. He keeps getting a special move off. And he got the ball again even though it's thrown to both of us. So now we got to play keep away. Keep jumping away. It becomes super fast, so the computer gets a little bit of an advantage over you when they get the power-ups. But that's what makes for a game. They have to have some advantage to even things out, and there they go. They just won the round because he kept getting the power balls. So that's why the game can get a little cheap here when the computer suddenly is grabbing every ball that comes in the ring and moving super fast to do so, and there's nothing you can do to stop him. Alright, so we're all tied up in round 4 here. We each have 1. You see by the trophy symbols there under the energy balls we have on the top there, that shows how many each one is won. So we both won 1 match, and whoever wins the next one wins the rounds. So I'm going to try to get the ball this time first. It can show up on the top or the bottom. See, so it's on the bottom, I was on the top, and it showed up on the bottom. So you never know which part it's going to show up on, and now he's getting his super move over. Let's reverse it. There we go. Some drop kicks, backdrops. Ah, he got me with the backdrop. Alright, this is not looking good. And then one, Alright, so I got the backdrop on him. If I can get my partner, we might have a shot. Let's see. Yes, he let me get away. Alright, so we got a fresh man in here. We're both down to 4 health bars now, so now we have a real match on our hands. So that's what I mean. This game is actually not bad. Like I said, it's not as bad as people make it out to be. No, it's not a great wrestling game. Definitely not. But is it the worst thing ever made? No. If you know how to play the game, it's actually not so bad. You know, you have to read the instruction manual. That's what I did. I know it's like instructions. Oh my goodness. Yeah, read the instructions. It tells you how to play the game. It's very simple. And there you go. Just like that. Because I was able to tag my partner in and get the ball, I won the match. So that's how quickly it can turn around in this game. You know, tag your partner in, get the power up, beat up the opponent. Very simple. That was actually a little bit of fun. So I tell you, this game's not so bad. It's not great, no, but it's not so bad. Alright, we're back to our regular generic ring again, so now all moves are back in play again. I can jump off the ropes like that, which is one of my favorite moves to do. It's so simple. You can play keep away and just keep leaping off of them. There are actually a lot of other moves in the game. You can do drop kicks, you can actually throw them and do clotheslines, punching and kicking. But there are other moves, I'll say, that you can do in this game that I haven't really been showing because you don't really need to do the rest of the moves. All you have to do is hit them. They have 5 health bars, and you just have to keep whacking them away until the health is removed. That's the whole object of the game. There's no real skill involved here. So we got our power up. Let's see if we can hit him with the drop kick, and there we go. So now he's weak. He's down to 1 bar health, and I'll just knock him again with our hurricane mixer, and he's done. There he is. Yay! Jump up and down happily. We won. Okay, so now we're at it again. So can you believe that this game has no ending and it just keeps going and going? It would have been nice if they actually threw an ending in here and gave a little bit of a storyline or something. That's what I mean. This game isn't bad if they actually put a little more into it. I'm not even saying they have to make the wrestling better. Add some storyline, add an ending, add a title, add some, different mix-ups. There's just something to make it a little different. I mean, the only difference of the game is the super moves that each wrestler can do. And it goes on forever, which makes no sense. I mean, this is one of those games you could probably keep playing and playing until you just turn it off because you've had enough of it. So I don't know why they couldn't add a little more. The 1986 games had much more than this did at this time on the Nintendo. But it is what it is. It's based off of a Japanese anime, and this is all they felt they had to do. And there we go. So he beat us. So now we're all tied up again, round 5. We each got 1 match. And that'll happen a lot. Like I said, in the second match of rounds, the computer will become super fast and keep grabbing those energy balls to tie things up. And I'm alright with that. I like a little bit of challenge. If the game's too easy, it's not fun. So you do want a little bit of challenge. You want a little bit of them fighting back a little bit. I don't need a pushover. I don't mind the rubber banding that the game does. I guess we'll call it rubber banding when they're able to catch up to you quickly for no logical reason. Alright, so now we got our super move. We can do our bear claw attack, and there he goes. So he's down to 2 health. Let's try to get him again while it's still going. Nope, missed. So he's probably going to tag his partner. Yep, there he is. So he just tagged the Ashra. And now, as Warsman, we're still in it. We have more health than he does. So that's another thing. You can actually regain health when you start doing well in this game. You'll lose health when you miss moves, but you actually gain health when you're doing well in the game. So it's interesting that it doesn't technically have an energy refill method, but there's no way to actually get health back. It just automatically will decide if you're doing well, you get it back. If you're doing badly, you lose it. So it's an interesting system that they have here. Alright, so we're just going to keep playing. Keep away. He got us. So that's his super move. We did not want him to hit that. But at least now I get to show you some of the other super moves in this game because the enemies are doing it. So that's not a bad thing either. Alright, so he's pushing me around. They get all crazy when they have it. You see how he's spinning around? So yep, I'm going to tag in. I think we need to get a fresh pair of hands here. Buffalo Man will help us out now. And you pretty much just want to outlast when they're glowing. That's pretty much all you can do. Just keep hitting them, spinning around. They get all crazy whenever they get the orbs here. Alright, so he's tagging in his partner, and that's Terry Man. And Terry Man just got it, so we want to play keep away again. We'll do the Superman off the ropes every now and then. Oh, uh-oh, he got me. Yep, Terry Man's good with his special move too. Oh, he got me again, but we're only down to 3, so I think we'll be alright here if I play this right. Yep, there we go. So I got my partner back in, and he has 4, and he beat me again to the orb. See? They get very hard in the later rounds about getting that orb. They push you out, they super speed and get it. And again, I don't mind. It's good to have a little challenge in these games. I don't mind a little bit of competition. That's what wrestling should be. It shouldn't be a one-sided event, you know? But we're fighting our way back. Alright, we're tied up at 4 health each. And yes, so you want to stand behind them and you can get that backdrop if you push the A at the right time. Like I said, not too many moves. There are other moves, and the backdrop's one you'll use most because that's the easiest to execute. And finally, we got the power-up, so let's see if we can get our move off. There we go. So we just got the Hurricane Mixer, and another one. So just like that, when you get the power balls, it turns the whole thing around just like that. There we go. Just won round 5 because of a lucky pickup like that. Alright, so you see there's a score also. The score is really just for your own needs. The score does absolutely nothing, but they'll give you a score at the end of every round, and it's pretty much just for your own usage. If you want to say, oh boy, I scored this many points in the game, that's pretty much all it's used for, because you don't get anything for getting a high score. You don't save it. It's not seen anywhere else except for on those screens. Alright, we're back to the electrified stage again. That means we can't touch the ropes, but the enemy has a habit of doing that. Look at that. See, he's hurting himself. So the AI is not too bright in this game. I guess that goes without saying. This is not a very complicated, in-depth game. So the AI is kind of stupid. They keep on trying to touch the ropes when they shouldn't, and it's taking up a lot of energy. And now he has the superpower, so let's see if we can avoid him. Alright, so he's electrocuting himself again. That's good, and we'll wait out the 10 seconds at last. And there it goes. Alright, so that's what you have to do. So whenever the trainer shows up there, you know a ball is about to come, and there we go, we got it. So let's see if we can get him. This is Warsman, so he has the bear's claws. See how those claws are sticking out? Alright, so he's down to... Oh, he messed up. He actually killed himself there. Wow, so yeah, I didn't know that would happen. So he electrocuted himself and we won the match. See, the computer's not too smart in this game. That's another unfortunate downside of this game. The AI is kind of stupid. They just walk into the ring a lot and miss their moves and don't know what they're doing. See? Alright, so this is Geronimo. And I believe they changed this character from something else that was in the actual Japanese version of this game. Oh, we both missed it. So that'll happen sometimes too. The trainer will throw these super orbs so fast it goes diagonally right off the screen and nobody gets it. Which is better. I'd rather nobody than he gets it, you know? Alright, so he's electrocuting himself. He's down to 1. Let's see. Up, and he's punching. He's electrocuting, and he got his partner. Alright, so you know, I think we're gonna do the same. I think I'm gonna go grab my partner. So this is Laraman Man, and I'm Buffalo Man, just to keep up to date with who's who here. I'm the guy with the horns, and he's the guy with the ponytail. Alright, so he brought his partner back in, and you see how now he has 4 health again. So that's another thing. You can refill your health. This is not one of those games where you left the ring with only 1 health and you're come back with 1 health. Nope, you leave, you come back with 4, but it didn't matter. I got the Super Bowl and hit him twice with the Hurricane Mixer. That was it, just like that. So sometimes a match can go weird like this. So here we are. We're already through 6 rounds in this game. So I think we'll be able to get through 10 rounds, and that'll definitely give a complete show through of what this game is all about. There really isn't much more than what we've seen, but I said 10, so I'll give you guys 10. You get to see a little more of how this game plays out. So we're back to the ice stage again. And it's more of the same. The computer doesn't really get too much harder. They get a little faster. They don't get smarter, that's for sure, but they do get a little faster, and they'll get those energy balls quicker, and then they'll really spin around you and make it so hard for you to move. That's where the difficulty comes from this game. So I don't think they know where the ball is going to come from. It's either top or bottom. But yes, but once the ball shows up, they will run right towards it when it's the later round. So the Astro Buster, it's called, and whenever he hits it, it's very devastating. So be careful. But I'll hit him with my Hurricane Mixer. So there you go. See, I have a move too. All right, we're back to normal mode again. Oh, there's a ball. We're both sliding around, and he got it. Right, I'm gonna get my partner in. Time to bring in Wars Man. Just get a fresh wrestler in there. Not that it makes a difference, like I said, but why not? Just to mix it up a little bit. All right, up. So the ball came right to him. There was nothing I could do at that. So now I gotta play keep away. I'll just keep jumping off the rope. That's the best defense I have. Jump off the rope whenever they're trying to get you, and it works a lot of the time. Not all the time. Nothing works all the time. All right, so we hit him once. Oh, he tagged out. So Geronimo was in. We got the bear claws on him, and hopefully we can get another time. Yes, so he's down to 1 health now, and if we can finish him off here, that'll be it. Yes. Oh no, he actually survived that. All right, let's get the ball again. So this is why I like to use these characters. See how much fun it is? You can do this charge from the other side of the ring just by pushing B, and you totally destroy them when you hit this move. See? That's why I like using Wars and Buffalo Man. They're just fun to charge these moves like right at them. Where the other wrestlers, they have to get close to you and do these grapple moves. They have these flying moves that I find are just so satisfying to get off. We won the first match of round 7 there. And that was actually a lot of fun. Like I said, I don't hate this game. I think it's actually not bad. I don't love it, no. Pro wrestling is so much better than this, and some of the other wrestling games we'll play are better than this. But this doesn't deserve the bad rep it gets. It's basic, it's simple, but it's not the worst game ever made to have a wrestling theme to it. I think you'll see some of the other ones I'm about to play here later on in the series are a lot worse than this. And again, no, this is not great. I mean, it's so simplistic, there's no story, and it just goes on forever. But I don't hate it. I've been having a little fun here, actually, playing this game again. And it's obviously much better 2-player. So imagine playing this with 2 players. So you have both players now having the same limitations, the same moves, the same controls. The computer isn't stupid. You're actually playing someone who's competent. And the game is much better when you're playing this 2 players. Like, look at this. The computer pretty much killed itself by missing a drop kick. Like I said, you lose energy when you do bad in the moves. The computer missed a drop kick and it just fainted. So, yeah, the computer's not too bright here. It's much better when you're playing 2-player this, because at least you're both on the same level. It's 2 humans playing this. It's a little more fun that way. And you have a few matches, and then you call it a day. That's pretty much the best I could say about a 2-player game with this. But it's definitely better than playing the computer. The computer's just too stupid and dopey at times. Alright, so let's go back to our old strategy. Flying off the rope, a la Superman style. Yeah, he's trying my trick now. Uh-oh, he's getting close to me. Alright, so this is Robin Mask, and that's his special move. See? There he goes. Look how my energy that took off. That almost destroyed me. I have to get my partner quickly. There he goes. Alright, first set of 4 health now. So Robin Mask, that's the name of this knight. So I'm glad the computer is actually doing the super moves. That way I get to show you what all the other moves are in this game besides the 2 characters I'm using. So that worked out in a weird way. Alright, so this is what a lot of the game is. They play keep away, you try to get close to them, you can do a backdrop like that, you want to jump around and do drop kicks. Every time you get close to them, you do the backdrop. And now he has the powerball, so I'm just going to keep on doing these off-the-rope flying body attacks. Oh, and he got it again. See, I told you, the computer just has a way of getting it in the later rounds. They just stand at the right place, they run to it. So, that's alright, we're still smarter than the computer. He can't get me, he has the power up, and there's nothing he can do about it. So, like I said, the computer's too dumb in this game for it to make a difference. That's the whole problem. If the computer was a little smarter, these rounds wouldn't go as far as they're going here. But the computer just has bad AI. Even when they have the power-up move, they're not hitting it because I'm playing keep away. Alright, so we got the first match of round 8. We're on the generic wrestling rink now. And you'll see it's pretty much the same thing. I'm just going to keep on whittling his energy down, do backdrops, fly off the rope, look for the balls, and repeat, repeat, repeat. And that's the whole game. So there, oh, he got it. Alright, I thought I got it, but nope, he got it. I told you, the computer usually has a tendency to get it before you can. And that's alright. We'll do the flying off the rope. Oh no, he got a super move. Look how much energy that takes off. I think I'll go get my partner for a refresh here. There we go. So we got Buffalo Man back in there. And now we're back. Oh, see? So we're doing well. We got 5 bars now and he's down to 3. And there he goes. His glowing wore off. And now we got... Oh, yeah, he got it. See? They have a tendency to get it. I told you in the later rounds. But I don't think it'll make a difference. Like I said, AI is not smart in this game. So he's already down to 1 health, he's glowing, and I'm not afraid at all. I mean, look at that. He couldn't do anything. Alright, so 8 rounds down, just like that. I told you, this game's not that hard. I haven't played this in a while, but I remember it being very simple. All you have to do is look at the instructions, which I did. I did a refresher of the instructions before I played this. Revealing a little behind the curtain that I actually did read the instructions before playing it for this gameplay. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The game would have came with instructions, and I would have read how to play the game, you know? But it's not hard. Once you know what the moves are, there's only, 7 moves in the whole game, plus the super move you can do, so that's 8 moves altogether. And that's it. Pretty much you want to whittle their energy down before they whittle yours down, and that's your game right there. Don't let the clock run out either. That's another thing you have to worry about. Alright, so round 9, we're in the electric ring now. And remember, if you touch any of the ropes, you lose health, so you want to be very careful there. And we want to get the glove, but finally we got it, see? It gets harder to get this later in the game. Oh, but they actually have 2, so that's another change. So now both wrestlers can have it. So he got it, and Terry Man actually beat me up with it. And again, see? Oh, and again, see? They do get harder. And especially in the electric ring, I can't really jump off the ropes now. So I gotta go toe-to-toe with him and try to get drop kicks off. And look at this, the trainer just threw it right back at him. So I think we lost this round. Yeah, that's a lost cause. When the computer gets cheap like that, there's nothing you can do. The trainer threw it to him every single time, and you can't touch the rope, so that was the end of it. Alright, we'll see if we can win 2 in a row now. This is getting closer. Alright, so we'll start with Warsman again. We're going against Terry Man, if you remember, that's his name. And we'll start with some drop kicks like this. And you want to try to get the computer to touch the electric ropes, like that. See, any advantage you can get without actually having to do anything, it's wonderful. So, he's already down to 2. Alright, he got Geronimo back in. Now we have our super move, the bear claws. Let's see if we can hit it. Yes, we got it. And if we get one more, this will tie things right back up. No. Alright, so we want to try to get behind him. There we go. And now we have it. He's too slow. That's the end of it. Yeah. That was actually a good round. Alright, so we tied things up in round 9 here. Alright, whoever wins this one moves on. So here we go. Want to try to get him to jump into the electric ropes. Use them to our advantage. You can also throw them, but it's hard to get the throw off in this, so I don't really bother with it. But yes, they do have a throw move where you can actually try to throw the players. It's not very effective or useful in this game, like I said. Alright, it's pretty evenly matched here. We're trading jump kicks at each other. Oh, we touched the ropes again. Good, I like when that happens. Oh, threw me in, see? There's the throw. He did it. Alright, and the ball appears on the bottom, so we're finally gonna get it. Alright. And there we go. We hit him right into the rope, so he took off more than the damage of the move did. That worked out very nicely, actually. There you go. Round 9, just like that, is over. Alright, so this is it. I said I'm going to play 10 rounds, and we're already in the 10th round, just like that. Look at this score. I have 399,000 whatevers. I mean, it's so silly, the score in this game. I don't even know what the point of it is. We have 2 of the tougher opponents, because they have interesting special moves. Electrified ring, so we can't touch the ropes. If you wanted a fun finals, this is our finals right here. So let's see how it goes. Unfortunately, like I said, the computer's still stupid. All they do is jump into the ropes, and there you go. Alright, so he got the special ball before I did, so now I'm gonna play keep away again. See if we can get it before he does. Oh, we got it. Even though he did the move, we still were able to get it. Let's see if that works for us. There you go, the bear claw. Bear clawed him into the electrified rope. Took off more damage. He's down to 1. And, alright. We got the backdrop, but it didn't do enough. Let's see. Yes. Alright, so this is it. If we win the next match, we won the whole game. And I'll let Buffalo Man have some fun, because I didn't get to use him for a while. Might as well finish things off as Buffalo Man, my partner. And he did the same, so it's Buffalo Man versus Robin Mask to finish things off. I'm already beaten up here, he's down to 3 health. He got the Super Ball first, now I gotta play keep away. I definitely did not want him hitting his special move on me, because it's devastating. Alright, I think, yep, we survived it, but nope, another one, Alright, we gotta play keep away again. Oh no, he's electrifying me. Down to 1. Look how slow I'm moving because I'm down to 1. I think we lost this round unless I can make a miraculous comeback, which I don't see happening. But you never know. Let's see what happens. Alright, threw him into the ropes. And I'll bring my partner in. There we go. So Warsman's back in, full health. And now we turn the tables. See, that's what happens in wrestling, right? You turn the tables on the bad guys. Alright, he's down to 1 health. If we can get him a few times here, that should be it. Throw him into the ropes, and that's it. Alright, we did turn it around. How about that? So that's it. I'm going to say that's the end of the game. I just won 10 rounds in Muscle. I can probably keep going and going and going. We're already up to 400 and... What's the total going to be right after the bonus? 433,000 points. I think that's good enough. I'm going to end it right here. I think that's the end of the game. I've definitely shown you a complete playthrough of this game. And you guys let me know what you think. Is it as bad as everyone says? Probably. Am I being too nice to it? Yeah, probably also. But you know something? It's not bad for what it is. Would I buy this game? No. Would I rent it? Yeah, I would rent it and play this with a friend and have some fun with it over a weekend. I don't think it was that bad for doing that. So that's it for Tag Team Match Muscle. One of the earlier wrestling games. I definitely showed a complete playthrough of it. Gave you an idea of what this game's all about. And it wasn't as bad as people make it out to be. It's definitely not as good as it could be, though. I've already mentioned the limitations. And I'll leave it at that. Alright, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We hope to see you around. I'll do more of the wrestling games. Keep it going. I want to see all the wrestling games that were on the NES. And be sure to check us on Twitch. We broadcast live on weekends under the name The Vesper, so we hope to see you there. And yeah, take care, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.